Hi and welcome to Silver Soul Tarot. Today we are going to do a pick a card reading. We're going to use these Starseed Oracle deck. You don't have to identify with being a Starseed, which is going to take the message on the card. If it does, then fantastic. If you do resonate as a starseed, then fantastic. Otherwise, we're just going to go with a general reading. We're going to assign our bits in a minute. So let's pick the 3 cards. Okay. Ooh. Those ones wanted to fall out, and they are exactly 3 cards, so perfect. We'll go with those ones. Let's assign the clear quartz to card number 1, the amethyst to card number 2, and to card number 3 we will assign the tiger's eye. I believe it's actually a worry stone. And the charms, let's go with the little amethyst cat with card number 1, the fish with card number 2, and the shark's tooth with card number 3. Please feel free to pause the video while you decide card 1, 2 or 3. So for card number 1 we've got loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. It's interesting you get that with the clear quartz, it's a very healing stone. Card number 2 is perspective, none of this matters, zoom out, common ground. And then for card number 3 we have got a new earth, it's happening, keep holding the vision. So like I say, please feel free to pause the video and choose which pile resonates most with you, and I'll catch you in your reading. Hi there, pile number 1. You chose this reading because the card says loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Okay, and we've got the clear quartz with the little tiny cat amethyst. It's actually a pendant. I don't know, I can't remember, charm, pendant, whatever you want to call it. Okay. I was going to pick the cards, to the oracle decks, to use as I knew what the cards were going to be, because I do feel like this is going to have to be quite a very specific message per pile. Although it is a general reading, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But because this card says addiction, we're going to go with the healing spirits oracle, just to get a little bit more information and see what wants to come out. So the card that wants to come out today is, if the world around you seems turbulent, stop. Okay, so maybe it's the way of dealing with things. If you have any addiction issues, please go speak to a professional. I am not a professional, I don't claim to be. So please seek assistance where required. Okay. We'll take an Intuitive Whispers oracle as well. But the first thing that comes up with these 2 cards is about letting go and letting God. If you seem to kind of have some issues and you're dealing with a lot on your plate at the moment, let God in, let go, let God, and just take time for yourself, okay? Because it can be quite hard going, especially if you're going through anything quite specifically difficult. I really hope not, and I send my love and prayers if you are, okay? So feel, don't think. Yeah, time to kind of just relax. And I know it's easier said than done when there's some sort of issues going on. I have an issue going on at the moment, which is why there was a couple of days where I didn't post. But I get a chance to do it today. So let's crack on with because if I start talking about it, I don't think I'll be able to handle it. Right, so let's do some tarot and just kind of get a little bit more of a feel for the message that wants to come out. We've got the Judgment card. You've got the Emperor card. A couple of cards came out. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. A lot of major arcana straight out. That's interesting. So it's very heavy energy. You've got the Fool. And you've got the Page of Pentacles. That's a lot of heavy energy come out. The first 4 cards are all major arcana. So it's quite heavy energy. I could feel it when I pulled the cards. I thought, These piles are going to be very, very different and very, very interesting. You've got the Knight of Swords. Oop. You do have these two cards almost came out. Well, they did come out. They almost fell on the floor. You got the Four of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, there's something about needing to rest under all this heavy energy that's going on. There's some interesting. Let's take a couple more. We got the Ace of Wands. We'll take just one more. Oh, we got two come out. You got the Sun and the Lovers card. Let me pop them off to the side. We will deal with them momentarily. Okay, first off, there's a lot of major arcana. Okay, so 6 out of the 11 cards are major arcana. So there's some really heavy energy here. Someone's really going through it. I feel very sorry for you if you are. Like I say, I am in a relatively similar situation. But you're being called, okay? You're being called to start making these moves that you need to make. It's almost like you're being told to deal with this problem first, so take your time. But there's this calling that's kind of like, you need to deal with this situation, but heal it, you know, heal it, feel it. Take your time, rest, recuperate, get over it. However, maybe it's something that's just happened or you're currently going through it. But the universe wants to tell you that what's coming in is quite interesting. It's quite fortuitous. It's karmic debts being paid back. It's a new beginning. You just got to get through this heavy, whatever this heaviness is here, because you've got the word density as well, and this turbulence, and trying to just kind of feel your way through whatever this is. There's some really heavy energy here. You've got the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles could be something coming in, an offer. You could be learning something that really helps you move out of this cycle, this dense energy that you're currently in. It is going to be over and done with soon. Okay, so don't think that this is a long-term thing. It's something that you can deal with. It's coming to an end relatively quickly. Relatively soon, I should say. It might not have been a particularly quick process, but it's coming to the end, and there's, you know, the sun is rising on the horizon, okay? The clouds are clearing, that darkness, that heaviness, this heavy energy is clearing, and it's going to bring in a new beginning, which is going to be very interesting because you've got the Fool and the Ace of Wands, okay? So it's a purposeful, passionate, happy, confident, creative beginning, okay? There's not a sense of anything from the past holding you back once you deal with this, okay? It's coming in quite quickly and you're being called to action, okay? Then we ended up with the Lovers and the Sun. It could be a new romantic partnership if that's what you're going through. However, I do feel like at the moment it's really just about making that decision to turn towards the sun, to leave behind this dark, heavy, thunderous kind of energy, this almost headachy energy, and face the sun and start being happy and have the universe that wants to bring in this karmic ending, this, you know, what ends then is the beginning is the end, and it's like it's shining down on you this new way forward, okay? Especially when I ended up putting them there, because right on the end of the Fool and the Ace of Wands, it's definitely this, your new beginning is being illuminated to you. It's very fortuitous, okay? You've been through it with the Emperor, and I think whoever this is for, yeah, you've been through it. You've got the armour on. It's made you stronger. I don't doubt for a moment that you're coming out of this weaker than you went into it. It's definitely going to be a stronger energy in that sense. But there's something coming in, something new, you know, taking that leap of faith, having that illuminated path, very karmic, but it's getting out of whatever this I don't want to say addiction. It could be an addiction for you, but it's definitely heavy energy, especially with the amount of major arcana. You know, they're kind of very. It's the heaviest energy. It's such an interesting reading. Yeah, so just take your time. I would definitely say, you know, pray, meditate, take time for yourself, look after yourself, drink well, make sure you're eating well. You know, don't fall into any addictions that might pull you backwards if you're going through anything particularly difficult. You know, it's very easy to turn to alcohol or drugs or something like that to help you through, you know, kind of take the edge off. It's very easy to want to do that, but I don't think that is something you should be doing. You certainly shouldn't be taking steps backwards, even though you might be feeling like you're being held back. It's almost like a slingshot, like you're being pulled. It'll feel like you're being pulled back, but what you're actually getting is that momentum, and you're about to be let go, and then you'll fly off. Let's take a couple of healing mantra, because I do feel like this one definitely needs some healing energy sent your way. Pile number 1. You know, definitely lean on the divine. You know, take care of yourself. You know, talk to friends and family. You know, lean on the people around you, and people you trust, definitely. And yeah, we'll heal it and feel it together. Please write in the comments obviously not any information you don't want shared, but please let me know in the comments if this resonates with you. I kind of hope it doesn't resonate with anyone, because I don't want anyone going through this, but I feel like it will resonate with someone because they're going through this. Okay, let's take a healing mantra card. So we've got transforming tragedy. Can't make this up. Loss is my reminder that more room has been made for greater gifts to be received. Yeah, so you're clearing out any old crap, whatever this is. I don't know what it is. I don't really want to say crap because it makes it sound almost like it's nothing. It's not nothing, but you're working through something very painful and it's been holding you back, but I think it's only because it's going to propel you forward. Soothing impatience. We've got 2 cards, so let's go with it. There is nothing to do but wait. Okay, so yeah, just hold on. Let God in. Stop. Feel it. Don't think about it. Well, it's not don't think about it, but don't make rash decisions that might pull you back in the long term. Rewiring the nervous system. With I find my strength in surviving my traumas. I'm going to leave it there for you, pile number 1. Just know that there is light at the end of the tunnel, definitely, and it's illuminating, it's warming, it's guiding, it's the sun, it's the happiest card in the deck. Getting through this, whatever this is for you, whether it's, you know, romantic or you know, slightly more personal family thing, or I don't feel this is career, so I think this is definitely more of an emotional attachment to someone or something, or some cycle ending. Just know that you're being propelled forward once you get through this, because the Knight of Swords is one of the fastest moving knights in the deck, and he's coming flying in. But just don't forget to take care of yourself. And thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye. Hi there, pile number 2. You are here because you chose the card Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. And or you chose the amethyst rock. And or the little fish pendant. Okay. With this reading, I am just taking the cards that feel like I need to take. Because they're all such very individual cards and messages, so we're just gonna feel it out, and there's no structure to this specifically. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a Law of Positivism card and see what other messages want to come out today. We've got I feel safe and grounded, common ground, the little planet there on that card, so maybe something about, you know, being grounded, nature, the ground. In that case, let's take a Sacred Forest Oracle. Let's keep it kind of grounded, very earthy. It feels very earthy. Okay, and that message. Oh, I got two. That's fine. Let's go with it. The cards out for this one is Playfulness with Elves and Air Spirit and Knowledge. Let's go up so we've got plenty of space, shall we? Let's grab a tarot. Let's play a bit of tarot. Okay. So maybe we need to get out into nature a little bit more, pile number 2, and have a bit of fun, especially with the sun coming out and being as beautiful it has been lately. You've got the 10 of Cups. Okay, ultimate wish fulfillment, the happiest of endings in the 10 of in the minor arcana. So yeah, maybe you're getting some sort of wish fulfillment. The Knight of Pentacles, that's the slowest moving knight in the deck, so maybe it's kind of been a little bit of a long time coming, but there's your earth energy again. Okay. The King of Cups. So follow your heart, stay true to your heart, lead from your heart. The Four of Cups, something could be coming in, or there's something, maybe you're missing the point of something. You could be over-analysing or just kind of being a little bit closed off. Maybe that's why you need to zoom out, because you're just concentrating on this one problem or this one cup in front of you. Take this as it resonates, please. We got the Ace of Wands. We did have that in the pile number 1. It's the only card so far that was in that pile, and this is a different tarot deck, so it's not that I didn't shuffle. We've got the Hanged Man. So yeah, maybe there's something you're not seeing. Maybe getting out into nature will help bring in whatever this perspective is that you need. The Four of Swords, which is about resting, recuperation, taking care of yourself. And we also pulled the Eight of Swords. Yeah, there's something you're not seeing. There's something you're not understanding. There's something you're not clear about, or there's something you're deliberately not paying attention to, maybe. Let's take another one. I do feel like it's something about your perspective. Okay, with that, definitely, obviously, with this card. And the last card is the World card. I'll pop that there. Yeah, so there's 3 cards here that are telling me that there's something you're not seeing, something you're not open to, something you're not clear about. There's something that's holding, it is holding you back, because it's stopping you from taking the next step forward. So the Four of Cups, you know, she's down here looking at this one cup, she's not paying attention to the others. In the original tarot it's the other way around, and the Hand of God comes in with the cup. So it could be something coming in that you're not expecting. The Hanged Man, you know, although he's put himself there, he's there for illumination and clarity and some truth and some knowledge and all those sorts of things. But he's kind of covering his eyes there, as you can see. So it's almost like, I mean, yeah, he can get himself out of that, but then maybe there's something, maybe you need to see it from a different angle. And then obviously the Eight of Swords, where she's, you know, again, blindfolded and bound, and like she can't see something. There's definitely something not quite clear here in this reading. It could be all about your perspective. Maybe you need to zoom out. You know, take a look at the bigger picture. All whilst trying to stay grounded. Maybe you need to get out, literally get out more. If you've been kind of hibernating away. I'm surprised the Hermit. Shall we see where the Hermit is? Oh, we've got the Fool on the bottom. So you have a new beginning coming. Let's see where the Hermit is and just kind of get an idea. Because it feels like you've been in hermit mode, like you've been tucked away. But it's time to get moving, or time to see something in a different way. Where's the Hermit? Where's the Hermit? Did I just go past the Hermit? No. Try and keep you a bit entertained. I actually can't find the Hermit. Why can't I find the Hermit? I must have gone past it. Let me look. Hold on. Yeah, I did go past it. The Hermit is a she in this deck, so she's here. I'm just going to leave that there so you can see because at the bottom of the deck you do have the Fool. Yeah, so we've got the Hermit there with the King of Pentacles, again very heavy earth energy, could be talking to a Taurus. But yeah, you've got these choices. Get out and about, you know, get the energy moving, pick a new cup, you know, maybe put down a cup, maybe there's that kind of gift coming in from the heavens again with the little fairy there on the Seven of Cups, bringing in this one cup specifically. Obviously you have like the rainbow coming there, and you almost have his tail, the dragon's tail, kind of pointing to this cup. So it could just be, you know, you just need to get out and get some energy moving in a couple of different ways. Maybe there's, you know, somebody could come in and offer you something. There's no real, there is a new beginning here. But yeah, I do feel like you need to kind of get out in nature. Definitely get out in nature more, because there's this new beginning that wants to come. Kind of hiding away at the bottom. And the tarot is the Fool's journey. Okay, so you've got this transformative energy here with the butterflies and there with the butterflies. So with the new beginning, obviously, and then the World is the last of the major arcana, which closes out, and then you start again. So it's the cycle of, you need to close out a cycle before starting a new cycle. Your new life will cost you your old life. Your new life will cost you your old life, whichever way around you want to look at those two cards. Sort of a random message for someone quite specific here is maybe there's a boat involved, maybe getting out and having some fun on a boat, whether it's on, you know, plodding along in a little canal boat, or getting out on a jet ski in the ocean, or going fishing, or, you know, there's something here about getting out into nature, you know, and being a little bit more playful. And then this new beginning that wants to come in, it's feeling a little bit stuck. It wants to come in, so guide. It's this new beginning that wants to come in, and it's going to be quite a happy beginning, a happy ending as well. But there's just something you're not seeing. I don't know what it is you're not seeing. Let's have a look and see if I can figure something out. Hold on. Let's take an Intuitive Whispers Oracle, and as we shuffle, let's say, Spirit, what is it that pile number 2 is not seeing, not understanding, not got the clarity on? What is it that needs to be illuminated to them? Message from the third eye. Maybe we need to meditate a little bit more, pile number 2. Maybe it will come through a download. Maybe it's something you've been seeing in your inner, you know, in your mind's eye. There's something you need to fix your gaze on. That's very specific for someone. You need to pay attention to something, or open yourself up to something. It could, I wonder if that's the case for someone, that you just need to actually open yourself up to this. It's kind of almost going to be a little bit painful, or you think it's going to be far more painful than it actually is. The ending that the world is alluding to is probably something you think is quite painful, but I don't think it is as painful as you think it might be. Let's take another one. So what is it that we're not seeing? What is this third eye message that needs to come through? Wisdom from the solar plexus. Okay, so now we're dealing with your chakras. Okay, now let me grab one thing. So the solar plexus is your ego, your identity, your personal power, your ambition, and obviously, like we say, your third eye is your intuition. It's clarity of sight. It's, you know, it's your pineal gland. Let's take another one and see if we can get any more information. Oh, that one doesn't want to go. Release old patterns. Okay, yeah, so there's something here that needs to be released, and I think you're overthinking it, or you're not being honest with yourself or clear with yourself. I think you know what it is, and I think you probably, maybe even you literally feel it. maybe you feel funny in the stomach kind of area, you know, your solar plexus area. Maybe you feel odd around someone or a certain situation, or, you know, when you, I can assure you I had it when I used to have an odd job. I hated it. Well, I didn't hate it. It was just not good for me. I used to literally physically feel sick at the door. And that's when I handed in my notice, when it actually literally made me want to vomit at the thought of walking through that door. That's when I handed my notice in. There is much more to that story. However, that's enough for today. Let's take a couple of healing mantras just to close out. So pile number 2, whatever it is you're worried about ending, whatever it is that, you know, you're overthinking because you don't want to think about it, or you just can't deal with it because you think it's going to be more painful than what it is. It's actually going to be an amazing release. Okay, get out in nature a little bit more, ground yourself, maybe meditate more, or sit in nature more, and you know, be in tune with the divine a bit more. Rewire the nervous system. So you will find strength in surviving these traumas. Whatever this, I don't really like, it's a bit harsh, the word trauma, but whatever this ending is, you will find your strength and be able to move on from it. Actually, to the point where I think it's going to be a much better beginning for you than whatever the cycle is that you're letting go of. But you just don't see it yet. You just don't comprehend it yet. Not really quite sure what the right word is, but... integrating the ego. So we had the ego with the solar plexus as well. Everything is for me, not against me. Yeah, you're just looking at something wrong, or it's not clear quite yet. There's just something you need to remove the blindfold for, open your eyes, change your perspective. But definitely get out in nature, pile number 2, and have a bit more fun, and I think you'll figure it out. And you'll see it in the way it's meant to be seen. I'm going to leave it there. Say thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. You are here today, so I should clear the table, because you chose this card, which is the a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Okay, it's happening. Yep, this new transition. The earth is moving into a new cycle. We're moving into the age of Aquarius. There's also this grand awakening taking place, this mass awakening taking place as well. You either chose it for the card or the stone, which is the tiger's eye, or the pendant, which was the shark's tooth. I don't think it's real. I don't think it's real. Okay, so with the last 2 readings, I was literally just taking the cards as I felt called to, because each one of these readings so far has been completely different to the other. There is no sort of running theme. So we're going to use the Tree of Life Oracle, seeing as it's a new earth, and the Tree of Life gives us life and newness. So let's see what the Oracle card says. There's your new life, the death and rebirth. Okay, grief, rebirth, transformation. Scorpio might be a message for someone, but Scorpio energy of that death and rebirth, that transformation. Okay, let's go with seeing as we're going with newness, let's see what, maybe it's something about a manifestation. So we're going to go with a Moonology manifestation card and see what comes out, shall we? So yeah, it's all about this newness. There's this death and rebirth. Keep your heart open. First quarter moon in Libra. That might mean something to someone. But we do also have the heart chakra symbol there as well. So this could be something about, well, something about the heart and remaining balanced. Then we've got the new moon in Gemini. Think it through. Okay. We have the new moon in Gemini coming up relatively soon. We're still in Taurus season, but that will be the next new moon. We've got the full moon to go in Scorpio yet. So I wonder if that's maybe why that card came out, because we do have Scorpio new moon coming up. What are we now, the 7th or 8th? I'm not sure. You are my phone, so I don't really know. Let me see if I can have a look. I can't see. So anyway, it's coming up in sort of about 5-6 days, the new moon in Scorpio. So there is some real transformative energy coming in. Okay, something wants to finish out. That is a theme of today with these 3 readings, is that there is some energy that needs to clear out to allow the new in. There's no doubt about that. Let's stick with the moon theme and use the Moon and Stars Tarot. And see what messages want to be clarified. So we've got the star. Inspiration is the word written on the card, but the star is about being guided and healing, Aquarius energy as well. Seven of Swords with deceit. I wonder if you're finding out about deceit, or you've been deceitful to yourself. Maybe you need to be a little bit more open, a little bit honest. That also works with someone else being a little bit open and honest with you. We've got the Four of Wands with celebration. It's also the 1111 twin flame soulmate connection card, but it's also spiritual awakening, kind of taking that step up in spirituality. We've got the Page of Pentacles with prospects. Should be able to squeeze that on the end. So you might be learning something, might be an offer coming in. There's something's happening. You've got the Knight of Pentacles with trust. It's the slowest moving knight in the deck. That came up in pile number 2. Just in case you were a little bit drawn to pile number 2. Again, but I'm using different tarot decks, so it's not the same deck. We've got the King of Swords with knowledge. The Nine of Pentacles with comfort. So very pre-Empress energy there, very knowledgeable, clarity maybe. The Page of Swords with education. Yeah, you could be finding something out. Could be learning something, like I said, with the Page of Pentacles. Could be a new career path or something that you need to go down and start learning something new. Or just in general, you want to learn some things. You've got the Chariot on the bottom, so there is progress being made. There is this forward motion coming in, maybe even towards some real wealth with the Ten of Pentacles there as well. We'll pop that off to the side. If we need any more, we can take some more. Definitely, straight off, definitely this message is definitely about something new that wants to come in. It's happening. The death is currently taking place. It's probably what you've got to think through. You've got to think through what it is that you want to leave behind, what it is, or how you want to leave it behind, or if even. It feels, it could be career with the Pentacles here, but I'm just going to have to say take this as it resonates, because I think, like I say, each of these piles have been so unique that it's very difficult to find exactly a common theme. But it could be matters of the heart with the heart chakra symbol there. But there's definitely some healing taking place, okay? So whatever this cycle is that's dying, and the newness that's coming in is it's not that as bad as it sounds. It's bringing in some real healing, okay? Maybe even a flash of inspiration. So whatever this vision is that you've got, and like I said, it feels like you're working towards something. You know, maybe you'll get a flash of inspiration that will push you on a little bit further. You could be finding out a little bit of deceit. You've got knowledge and deceit here together. But I would just be careful that it's maybe more that you're not lying to yourself, or that you're living authentically. It can be very easy to just sort of glide through life and not really think about what it is you're doing. So think it through, whatever it is. There is some celebration here. It's also the card of stability, celebration, you know, abundance. So I do think whatever this is going to be very good for you. Yeah, you're learning something. You've got sort of three cards here of learning. So the Page of Pentacles quite often comes in, could be an offer coming in, but it is also the card of learning. you know, there's prospects here. You've got the education with the Page of Swords. So it could be quite immature energy. And I don't mean that in the sense of, you know, something being childish. Just energy that you still need to work on. You still need to think it through. You still need to let old stuff go so you can allow it to come in. The pages are the children of the deck. So it's very immature energy, and they are coming in with messages. Okay, so it could be you're waiting to hear back from something or someone, or a new job or something like that. But so there's very immature energy here. It's almost like you just, especially with the Knight of Pentacles, it's maybe a long time coming, something you've been waiting for a while, where you've had to trust the process, or you're currently trusting the process. It's just, it's on its way. You've clearly got to keep your heart open, so be receptive to the good stuff that wants to come in. But there's still some thinking you've got to do. There's this knowledge maybe you haven't gained yet, or it's time to be the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is about being intellectual and thinking things through, and not being too rash, but also being intuitive. And it's not that he doesn't listen to his heart, or, you know, or to what his passions are, but he's just that slightly more cerebral in that sense, where he will have to think a lot more. Now might be the time to think more, talk less. It's a message out there for someone. That kind of, when that sort of saying comes through, it's a message might only be for one or two people though. The Nine of Pentacles is about understanding that whatever this is going to just help you out. I don't think you need anything. Okay, so with the Nine of Pentacles, it's the pre-Empress energy. She doesn't need another pentacle. We did have the Ten of Pentacles, didn't we, come up? But obviously this one extra pentacle here, I'll take them. We have got 7. The Seven of Pentacles also came up. So yeah, hold your vision. Where was that? Holding your vision. Hold your vision. You've put the work in. Now it's time to allow the fruits of your labour to manifest, to mature. Okay, let's take these two as well. So yeah, so the Nine of Pentacles, you're fine. Okay, you've got enough money financially, or enough in your three-dimensional world, whether it's actual finances or it's just materialistic things. You've got enough to survive. You've got, well, to thrive, I should say. You've got enough that you don't need anyone, you don't need anything, but this one extra pentacle takes you to the wealth, to the bigger house, to the more abundant future, to the longevity of it. But you don't necessarily need it, because you're perfectly fine as you are. I don't think anyone here is particularly struggling. If you are particularly struggling, whatever it is this prospect that's coming in, this offer, this one pentacle, it helps drive you forward towards being a lot more financially stable, if that is how this energy resonates with you. And I think it is quite financially driven, or career. It's something about your 3D world anyway. Something, you know, maybe you're looking for a bigger home, and you get a little bit of a pay upgrade just before you start to apply for mortgages, and that means that you can look for, you know, further afield, or in a nice area, or for a 3-bedroom rather than a 2-bedroom home. Please take this how it resonates, but there is something that you just still need to let go and move through before that happens. It's on its way, and trust it's on its way, but there's just this extra little bit of energy that needs to be tweaked before it comes in. Let's take a Intuitive Whispers Oracle, just because I'm being a little bit nosy as to what exactly this is. But there is this, something is happening. There's this death and this rebirth happening. But you just need to be a little bit more cerebral about it. Think it through. Get all the knowledge you can get. Educate yourself, however this resonates with you, in whatever way you need to. Don't, you know, be very open and honest with anybody else that's involved in this, but also with yourself. Okay, so we've got the precious present moment. So that's a message out there for someone, is to maybe be a little bit more, try not to think too far ahead, but also try not to think too far back. Still, you've got to think it through, but also don't forget to live in the moment, because things can change in a moment. Things can change in a phone call. You know what I'm saying? What else shall we take? Let's just go straight to the healing mantra. We'll take a few of these just to help close out the reading. But I think the message is pretty clear. There's something that wants to come in that's going to give you this big boost. I personally think it's finances. It's on its way. It's still maturing. It's not there yet. It's not here yet. But I would just keep being honest, being open, being truthful, manifest out with your heart, but obviously, you know, knowing what it is that you do want. It's very easy to say, you know, I want a new job. I want this job. Be careful you don't manifest in somebody else's job, because then you can accrue karma. You know, if somebody has to either, you know, give up a job or leave a job or get sacked in order for you to have that specific job, you just have to be a little bit careful with karma. But you can certainly, if you word it right, be manifesting in this. But just be very careful not to use the wrong words or the wrong attraction methods, because you can accrue karma that way. So we've got amplifying abundance. Yeah, there's definitely some sort of abundance here that wants to come forward, and it is your abundance for you. Okay, so it's a long time coming, but it is for you. Abundance is my birthright and I receive it now. So yeah, maybe that's what you kind of speak with your heart as you think through exactly what it is that you do want. But there's definitely this stable energy, this abundance that wants to come in. Processing grief. This is where you've got to let things die. My losses prove how deeply I am loved. So yeah, that can be whatever, even if this is a career or a job that you're leaving behind. You obviously could be leaving people behind too, and you know, something you do like and love doing. It's not as simple as just letting something die, but you have to process the grief that comes with leaving things behind. And we'll take illuminating the truth. I am willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. Yeah, be honest, be truthful, and just keep going, but keep attaining this knowledge, keep stepping forward, keep healing, keep being open and honest, keep learning whatever it is that you need to learn, but allow to die away what needs to die away, so that this fortune, I'd say, not necessarily literal financial fortune, but this prosperity that wants to come in, this abundance that wants to come in, keep holding the vision, because it is coming. Trust it's coming. Thank you very much, pile number 3. I'll leave it there. Say thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.